You're listening to Catholic Chicago. Ahead, the Archdiocese of Chicago brings you programs about the people, events, and issues that touch our lives. Thanks for letting us be part of your morning. Now again, Catholic Chicago.
Good morning, and welcome to the Voice of Charity. I'm Phil Zepeda here with my colleague, Katie Bredemann. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, Phil.
And we are so glad to be with all of you here this morning on this Halloween morning. Happy Halloween, everybody, on WNDZ 750 AM in Chicago, and also our live stream on YouTube and Facebook at Catholic Chicago. So as we all get ready to help our kids today have a great Halloween, we're also looking forward to the Christmas season. We're talking about Christmas right on Halloween here. This episode of The Voice of Charity is talking about one of the most important events for Catholic Charities. The most important holiday project that we have on our list is the annual Celebration of Giving, or at least one of the most important projects that we have. For more than 75 years, the Celebration of Giving has provided gifts and basic household needs to economically vulnerable families. And we're excited to get into this and talk about this year's program on The Voice of Charity.
And Noreen Russo is director of the Celebration of Giving for Cook County this year, and we are delighted to have her with us, and so she can tell us how this massive project is going so far already this year. Welcome, Noreen.
Welcome, Noreen.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
So, Noreen, we don't want you to be shy. We want you to be like your effervescent self and answering all these very tough questions. Nothing softball here, all right? You with us? It's going to be a great show. We need
Perfect.
to know everything about the Celebration of Giving. And let's start about the inspiring story behind this, right? Remind our audience how this great tradition began.
So as you said earlier, Phil, the program has been running for more than 75 years. It's on its 76th year this year. And in 1947, parents who adopted children from St. Vincent's Orphanage gathered together to buy presents for children that had not been adopted yet. So pretty cool history. The program's expanded over the years. So it's now all Catholic Charities clients can participate. And it's just an awesome opportunity to help our clients get some joy in the Christmas season.
So, and obviously St. Vincent's Orphanage has a distinct history as part of the elements that make Catholic Charities what it is today. We've talked about that on previous Voice of Charity shows, and always a stimulating topic. Get more on back to the Voice of Charity. How many gifts did you guys distribute last year?
Over 15,000 gifts are distributed to all the individuals, gifts and household items. So it's an amazing, it's a lot of gifts and a lot of logistics go into that, but it's so important that our clients get gifts, and it brings so much joy that it's an awesome program, and I feel honored to be part of it.
In 15,000 gifts, that's quite a bit to manage.
Well, and I think what makes it so special, it's not just randomly giving people gifts. Catholic Charities, and you're leading this effort, Noreen, goes to the trouble of making sure that we find out in the families that we're supporting, how many children do they have? What are their ages? Can you talk a little bit more about how this program is logistically coordinated, Noreen? Because it's quite impressive.
Sure. Yeah. So every program has the opportunity to fill out forms and let us know who is part of their programs and who they want to receive gifts during the holiday season. So, so just like you said, Katie, they can get all their kids on their list gifts, and it's a huge feat. They all turn in their forms, and then we kind of organize in the background, all the programs and families. So we have over 300 families this year that we will be sponsoring, and over 30 some programs that we'll be sponsoring, just the kids that are part of the program. So
Noreen, I'm not sure you're doing justice to the work that's done in analyzing every single case that happens here and then matching up as best you possibly can with their wish list of items. It's truly spectacular. It's spreadsheet upon spreadsheet upon spreadsheet. And there's so much going on there. One of the things that we manage at Catholic Charities is that there's two of these programs, actually. There's one for Cook County and there's one for Lake County. And they run similarly, but they're different and distinct. And there's great opportunity and collaboration between both of these programs. Share the key contact information for anybody that wants to get involved with the Cook County program, and if you can, contact information for the Lake County program.
Sure. So you can visit CatholicCharities.net/celebration to learn more about Celebration of Giving, or you can call 312-655-7401 in Cook County. And in Lake County, you can call 847-782-4210 or email cog@CatholicCharities.net.
Great, and we'll aim to repeat those numbers, those contact numbers at the end of the show. But always cog@CatholicCharities.net will get you to either of those programs, and we'll make sure that your email gets up there. So let's talk about the fundamentals of donating to the program. What are the different ways that our audience, our listening audience, can donate gifts to the Celebration of Giving in Cook County?
So there's a couple different ways. Thanks, Phil, for bringing that up. There is wish lists, which are on our website that I just mentioned at Catholic Charities/celebration. So Building Blocks, a local toy shop in the Chicagoland area, has a wish list up on their website, and then Amazon, Walmart, and Target also, we have wish lists up on their website. So you can literally go. It's super easy. Go to the link and then buy whatever gift you want to give, and it goes directly to us. So that's the easiest way to give. And then you can also sponsor a family, or another great way to participate in Celebration of Giving is you can get your family and friends or your business or colleagues to do a toy shower. So buy like a bunch of toys for a program. So those are the three main ways to get involved. And then also you can reach out and if you want to volunteer, we'd love to use your time as well.
Yeah,
so.
Because it's not just the gifts, it's a Herculean manpower, person power, woman power effort here as well, too.
Well, and so, Noreen, we know that the Celebration of Giving is in full gear right now, the Lake County and the Cook County programs. What is the concluding date, though, that all toys, anybody who wants to participate, what's the concluding date that everybody has to have in the back of their mind? Because it doesn't go all the way up to Christmas, right?
Yeah, thanks, Katie, for reminding everyone that. So we'd like to get all gifts in by December 4th. So again, that's December 4th. That way gives us time to organize the toys and get them out to the program.
And so, as Noreen mentioned, you can go to CatholicCharities.net/celebration and see more details about our drop-off sites and the dates where, you can always drop things off in the lobby of our regional offices, but the specific drop-off dates and locations for where the toys are going directly, that's all on our website, as Noreen said. So we invite everyone to please go and learn more about that. And I just wonder if you could talk a little bit more about the wonderful partners. You've mentioned Building Blocks. They have been amazing. A small toy store here in Chicago. They've been amazing to Catholic Charities every year. Before it went online, right? They would have shopping days where people can go and just get in the Christmas spirit as they're giving to others. Can you talk a little bit more about those partners and how grateful we've been that they've owned this in such a significant way in the recent years?
Yeah, thanks. There's so many people who are so supportive of Celebration of Giving, from building back blocks and our partners like that put up wish lists, but partners that are companies that sponsor whole families, parishes. They are amazing. There's some parishes that are sponsoring 50 families. I know another one was sponsoring 28 families. So it's amazing how people come together to make Christmas happen and joy happen for so many people. For
so many Catholic Charities programs, Katie and I often talk about this. It takes a village. This is truly exemplary of one of those projects, that annual projects that it truly it requires. It doesn't just take; it requires a village. And we're so grateful for your leadership on this, Noreen. Noreen, what are some of the most popular gifts requested and then popular gifts donated?
I've been looking through those forms, as you said. There's a lot of them, Phil. I've seen Hot Wheels, science kits, board games, Barbies, of course. I think Barbies will be probably pretty popular this year with that movie out.
Oh, right.
I saw something with Mario Kart. I was laughing because I'm like, all this stuff is from when I was a kid. Coming back around. It's interesting too to see on the sponsor family sheets. A lot of them just want hats and gloves and basic things that we take for granted sometimes.
Yeah.
Right. So Noreen, it's and people donating the gifts. We're aiming for not used gifts. This is new, right? It's not like, oh, we play this for 5 years, we don't use it anymore. We want new items because it does help in that entire lifting up the spirit of giving a child or a family something that's new and not used, right?
Exactly. So a new, unopened, unwrapped gift is what we're looking for. And as you said, it's just the dignity and the respect to give them something that's new and fresh and that we, would give our own kids on Christmas morning. So,
and Noreen, you also mentioned to me that for anyone who's buying gifts for young adults, gift cards, right, are really popular because then the young adults can go and purchase something that they're really looking for themselves, right?
Yeah, thanks, Katie, for bringing that up. Teens are a little harder to purchase for, and so a lot of times they're just asking for a gift card so they can go get what they want. Gift cards is a huge ask that comes from that age group from like 12 to 16. So that's another easy way to give. You can just send in some gift cards.
And I think it's important, and it shouldn't be lost on our listeners and folks viewing the live stream. New gifts, unwrapped gifts. Don't wrap them because we need to see what's in there. Even if there's a sticky note on it, we need to see what's in there. And then our entire crew of folks get together to make the presentation of these gifts, the organization of these gifts, what it is. We're going to take a break right now. Noreen, when we come back, we're going to talk more about the entire crew, the village that it takes to manage this program year over year. You're listening to The Voice of Charity on WNDZ 750 AM and on Catholic Chicago on streaming media. We'll be right back.
religious helped shape America's social and healthcare system in the early 20th century, hugely impacting the city of Chicago. If you or your family are from Chicago, this is part of your history. Join other young adults for networking and learning together about this remarkable saint. Come together to pray and discern how sacred art and architecture bring us closer to our Lord. On Saturday, November 11, attend a Mass at 11 a.m., followed by a guided tour at the Shrine of St. Francis Xavier Cabrini. It's located at 2520 North Lakeview Avenue here in Chicago. For more information, contact the Illinois chapter of the Patrons of the Arts in the Vatican Museums at 312-534-5351.
Year 44 for me teaching. When I started here, there were teachers here that had taught me when I was a student. Now I'm the old person. Right now, I teach junior high math. I love when kids find what I'm teaching to be fun and they get it. I see that light bulb go off and it's a thrill. People are always amazed. What? You're here for 44 years? It's hard for me to believe, frankly. I love what I do. Every summer I think, oh, I miss the classroom. Even on the weekends, I think I can't wait to get back on Monday and teach those quadratic equations.
Shape the next generation of leaders. Teach. Apply today at artchicago.org/schooljobs.
It will be a special night to remember on Friday, December 1st at Catholic Charities 2023 Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball at the Chicago Hilton. The Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball is one of the most elegant galas of the holiday season in Chicago, and proceeds provide critical funding for our programs and services into the new year. Gather your families, friends, and work colleagues for an extraordinary black tie event to celebrate the Christmas season. Enjoy an opening reception, gourmet meal, and live entertainment courtesy of the Ken Arlen Orchestra, all in support of Catholic Charities. Don't miss this special night for a great cause on Friday, December 1st. To purchase tickets and learn about sponsorships for the Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball, visit CatholicCharities.net or call 312-948-6864. That's 312-948-6864.
Welcome back to The Voice of Charity. I'm Phil Zepeda here along with my colleague, Katie Bredemann. We had some commercial break hijinks with our engineers, but everything's fine, and we're moving along with the show. We are talking with Noreen Russo, who's one of the wonderful people at Catholic Charities, who's coordinating the Celebration of Giving, one of the wonderful holiday programs and projects that we have at Catholic Charities. In talking about the fuel in the engine for the Celebration of Giving, I like to think of this as the gifts coming into Catholic Charities are the fuel, but people are the engine that make this work. Talk to us, Noreen, about some of the wonderful teamwork examples that kicks into gear to sort and distribute all the donated gifts in time for Christmas.
It's amazing. So I think I mentioned earlier that we have a warehouse. So all these toys that come in for the programs, we bring to a warehouse, and then we have to sort and distribute these to the program. So it takes a village. We have an amazing team that has been doing this for years and years. So we call them kind of our lead volunteers. They're super amazing. I'm grateful that they all said yes to come back again this year and help me, even though some of them don't even live in Illinois anymore. So they're flying in to help. So we have a team of like 10 of those people. And then we have volunteer groups. So I know like a bunch of different Fit Third, Salesforce companies come as groups to volunteer. So that's awesome as well, because we need many hands make light work, as they say, and this takes many hands. So we've got volunteer groups like I had a grade school reach out. Their eighth graders want to volunteer. We have, yeah, as I said, corporations, and then just families. It's amazing. It's amazing how
truly
many
is.
people are involved to make it happen.
Well, and our live stream, Noreen, is showing photos both from the Lake County warehouse and the Cook County warehouse. And as we said, Noreen and Mary Anzalotti, along with Noreen, are leading the way for the celebration of giving in Cook County. But we also should note that Jim Wogan and Sue Fowler, who you saw in a few photos here, they're leading the way for the Lake County program. And so it really is this beautiful effort of anybody is welcome, right? Anybody who is in a parish, in a neighborhood, in a corporation, a small business, a large business, who wants to just gather some friends and come spend a few hours on a weeknight or on a Saturday afternoon and just help sort and distribute toys. It's really a beautiful example of kindness and Christianity across Chicagoland, isn't it, Noreen?
Yes, that's a great way to put it, Katie. It is.
And can you also talk a little bit about how all these different individuals and families and parishioners, to me, it's been so inspiring over the years to watch how, yes, they'll take a family that they're sponsoring and they get very nice gifts for everybody in that family, but they go above and beyond, right? They're going to get some basic household needs covered. They're going to get kitchen essentials. They're going to get bathroom essentials, maybe some fresh blankets for, a bedroom or two. It's really quite inspiring how quietly but profoundly people go above and beyond getting Christmas gifts each year, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And just these things that, you take for granted sometimes. So the pots and pans and sheets and throw blankets. But yeah, you're right. Like when we see these people who sponsor families and they treat them like they're their families and buy them amazing gifts and, as you say, go above and beyond. And it's amazing to me the parishes that have taken on so many families and do such a lovely job. And I was thinking about Saints Joseph and Francis Xavier, how they do it is they have each classroom take a family. So each classroom sponsors a family. And so it's like a team building activity as well, because they're able to, as a classroom, get a family
and
gift.
So all those students.
There's interesting and fun ways that people go about it, and it's all for the good of the people.
And so those students will know that this family has 7 members, and these are their first names, and these are their ages. And so they really, it feels so special getting a gift for someone who they exactly know who it's going to, right? It's so beautifully organized, but so much detail that as Phil and I, we continue to applaud you, right? Phil, we just, we have so much respect because it's an incredible amount of detail that you're organizing, and you have that beautiful smile that is, ever present on your face that, sets the tone for everybody else to follow, because you know what a joyful, important program this is, and you just have the most amazing personality to handle all the stress that is going on behind the scenes.
And, Katie and I are not going overboard here. The disposition that Noreen has is like, we're going to get it done. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic, which is why our listeners are probably at this point want to know, I want some of that. How do I get involved? So let's transition. How do people listening to this show or otherwise get involved to be a volunteer with the Celebration of Giving?
They can go to, or they can call. I think that's probably the best way. 312-655-7401 in Cook County, and in Lake County, it's 847-782-4210. And they can email in Lake County, COG at Catholic Charities, or COG@CatholicCharities.net.
Again,
for either one.
that's 312-655-7401 in Cook County. And Lake County, it's 847-782-4210. Or email COG@CatholicCharities.net. That's for volunteer opportunities. That's for more information to figure out ways to get help. Remember those numbers. And always, CatholicCharities.net can help you if all else fails or you're driving in your car listening right now and don't have something to write down. How should volunteers prepare or how should they know what they're getting into? What is the length of time that they're volunteering? Is it week over week? Help paint a picture of what the expectations are.
There's a million ways to get involved. There's for the volunteering, they will be moving toys around, organizing bags that are sponsor family. There's checking to make sure the right family's bags has what they need. There's so much. As I said, it's a big warehouse full of toys that need to get organized and out to the tons of different programs that we have. We have, lots and lots of programs at Catholic Charities and lots that deal with children. So we have counseling for kids. We have daycares. We have families that are getting housing, mothers and children program, grandparents raising children. So lots and lots of programs, and it all needs to be organized by program and location. So as I said, lots of hands.
So if you're interested in volunteering, there could be a 90-minute opportunity. There could be, 90 minutes every week or twice a week. We are willing to work with you in getting your volunteer time with Catholic Charities.
And one other point I think that we should be making, Noreen, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if people are so busy in their life but just want to support the program, they can go to that CatholicCharities.net/celebration and just make a financial gift, right? And that really is also hugely helpful, because then if we're short on a certain number of gifts, we can go out and purchase them using those funds that have been donated, right?
Yes, exactly, Katie. So financial donation is awesome. We love that. And also just another easy way to give is, again, those wish lists. You click on it, it brings you right to the website with the toys that will go straight to Catholic Charities. So there's no middleman. It just goes right out the door.
In the short time we have left, Noreen, could you just share one or two brief stories of you've worked on Celebration of Giving for many years. As we said, you are a skilled leader for this huge program. Is there any memorable story or two that you could share that helps our audience appreciate it, how awesome it is to be involved in this amazing Celebration of Giving?
Oh, thanks, Katie. It's such an amazing program. And I was just thinking about how a story I think this was a couple of years ago, but just a kid, it's the basic things that I come to mind, but a kid who got a pair of new shoes, and he was just so excited, the caseworker told me, because he had been wearing his older brother's hand-me-downs and they didn't fit correctly. And so these simple things, but then like that you talked about how, some of the things that people ask for are just things that we take for granted. But then the joy of kids opening toys. I've been to so many Christmas parties that programs have thrown after they've gotten their gifts, and oh man, the joy in the room to see kids opening gifts and so excited and hopeful, and just that peace for a moment through the gifts is unreal. So I'm super grateful for everyone who volunteers their time, gives, however that may be, to support this awesome program.
Noreen, thank you so much for being on the show today and reminding us how rewarding it can be to be a part of this incredible tradition in Chicago. Again, we invite everybody to visit CatholicCharities.net/celebration to learn more. In Cook County, 312-655-7401. In Lake County, 847-782 4210. Again, you are helping make sure that thousands of children and families in Chicago have a Merry Christmas this year. Thank you so much, Noreen.
You really are amazing, Noreen. You and Mary Ann Zalati and Jim Woke and Sue Fowler, we salute you all and offer you our support from now through the Christmas season.
Thank you both for having me.
Thank you, Noreen. And we invite all of you back again next week for another edition of The Voice of Charity. For now, this is Katie Bredemann with Phil Zepeda, and we thank you for tuning in and believing in the mission of Catholic Charities.